everybody. I wanted to chat with you a little bit about choosing a Cadet Guard show. Just real quick. And before I begin talking to you about how I go about choosing a Cadet Guard show, I just want to make sure everybody knows I am not the boss of Cadet Guard world. I'm not an expert. I don't consider myself the authority on Cadet Guard. I just have done it for a while, and I thought I would just share my thoughts about it because the middle school and Cadet Guard activity is really booming and growing, and there's just not a lot of resources out there for it. So I don't know. I just wanted to share my thoughts. Take them or leave them. So there's really three things that I think about when I'm choosing a Cadet Guard show. First and foremost, my biggest reason for doing Cadet Guard is getting people involved, recruiting, making them aware of this activity, and trying to make sure that the high school program continues to thrive by having kids that fall in love with the activity and want to continue doing it. So because of that, when I choose a song for Cadet Guard, I try to find something that the kids will enjoy listening to for 4 months. So definitely something with lyrics that they can sing along to. Maybe a song that's popular on the radio. I know people don't really listen to the radio anymore, but I'll try to seek out things that kids are listening to nowadays. Maybe there's something that would make a good color guard show. For sure, something that they can connect to. Something that has meaning to them. Something that me trying to get them to perform this show is something that, either they're really having a good time or they really enjoy the song, or it has a message that they can latch onto. So there's that. That's number one. Picking a song that middle schoolers will enjoy listening to. So again, I am not the authority. I am not saying if you don't do this, you're wrong. But I find that music that, for example, world-class guards use, that very intellectual, instrumental, doesn't have a good tempo or good beat that you can hear, it just doesn't work well for Cadet Guards because Cadet Guards don't really have the performance maturity to pull those things off. So if you do those things, great, good for you. For me, I can't try to push middle schoolers to do that. I feel like there's other things that I want to try to get them to do. Okay, so that's one part of how I pick a song. The second thing is tempo. I pay attention to the tempo of the music. I don't want the music to be so fast that it's going to be a constant struggle getting them to do their choreography as fast as I want them to do it. So I try to pick a tempo that is comfortable for doing choreography. But on the other hand, I want to make sure the tempo isn't too slow. I have done shows with Cadet Guards that are a slow tempo, ballads, and I just struggle. I struggle because, again, they're emotional and the maturity they lack. It makes it hard for them to communicate, to convey, to fill the space of a ballad. So I try to avoid those. I am not saying ballads are bad for Cadet Guards. If you want to do one, great. For me, I struggle with it. So tempo is number 2. Fast enough that it's engaging and entertaining for them, slow enough that they can handle the choreography at the tempo I'm requesting them to do it at. And then the third thing I think about is the storyline, the arc, the progression of the show from beginning to end. I love to find music that the show writes itself. So songs that have a verse, a chorus, a verse, a chorus, a bridge, a chorus, that just naturally builds, that has segments, like this is where the rifles have their stuff, this is where there's a dance feature, this is a transition, this builds into the flag feature. I basically have a formula, and I try to find songs that fit my formula. And they write themselves for me, where there's swells and ups and downs, and the music is lyrical, and so it's easy for me to write to because it's just musical. That's what I like in a song. So those are my 3 things. So over the years, I have found that one of the best sources for Cadet Guard shows is musical theater, Broadway musicals. They're full of well-written songs that have great messages for middle schoolers, that have music that's fun to write to. They're upbeat, but not super fast. And that's just a great place to look. Some something else I've done is, we have Facebook groups for our middle school guard, is just put it out there. What songs you guys listening to? What do you like? And even ask the high schoolers, what songs are out, what songs do people like, and just kind of listen to those as well. Those are great places to look for songs. So if you're wondering, I just want to share what I've done with Avon's color guard, their cadet guard, the past 5 years or so. We've been able to find some pretty great pieces. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what these are. I obviously can't link them or play them on here because YouTube will all be like copyright infringement, but you can look them up. I know you can. But if you like these songs that I suggest and you want to use them with your cadet guard, go ahead, right? I'll get back to that in a minute. But here are the songs that we've done the past 5 years. My first year back after kind of going on a maternity leave and raising my children, and then I came back to do cadet guard again. We did the song Taylor the Latte Boy by Kristen Chenoweth. It's a musical theater style song, but it doesn't come from any show. It's just kind of a cabaret piece. It was awesome. We did like a whole Starbucks thing. And it's really funny because the year we did that show, Carmel Cadet Guard, or their Carmel JV Guard is what they call it, they did the exact same song. Like, it's a good one. It's a good one. And it was cool too because our groups did it and we interpreted it 2 different ways, which was awesome. It was so much fun. Then the next year we did a song called Drums Make Me Happy. I do not know who the artist is. I do know that I found her very easily on YouTube, and after that show it's been much harder to find. I don't know why. Drums Make Me Happy. And then the year after that was my all-time favorite. We did Stand in the Light by Jordan somebody. I don't remember his name. And of course I'm just recording this while I'm driving and I can't look it up, but he won The Voice, if that helps. But just search Stand in the Light by Jordan. That song was amazing. Oh my gosh, it just wrote itself. It was so perfect for Cadet Guard. And then the year after that, we did, from the musical Dear Evan Hansen, we did For Forever, which was a lyrical piece. It was much slower. And I chose that song because we had some kids with some pretty great performance chops. And we pulled it off. It was great. And then this year we're doing, from the musical Mean Girls, I See Stars. These past 3 years, I've really enjoyed the shows because the songs had great messages for middle schoolers. Stand in the Light was all about like letting your inner light shine and not being afraid of what other people think of you, and just, put yourself in the light and be who you are. And we had some really great discussions with the kids about being in middle school and how hard that is to be true to yourself. And then the For Forever show was about 2 friends having a perfect day together. Now, if you know the musical Dear Evan Hansen, you know that whole song is a lie, but we chose to interpret it in a much more innocent way. And we did some character work with the kids about if you could have a perfect day with a friend, what would it be like? And so we used that to pull some of their performance qualities out of them. And then this year, I See Stars is similar to 2 years ago. It's about the need to be yourself, that being fake for the benefit of other people, to make other people think well of you, and by being fake does not bode well for you. Being your own star, being yourself. We're all stars is what it's about, so just fun messages to share with such a difficult age group. And we'll talk about that in another video. Middle school is a difficult age group. So yeah, those are some of the things I think about when I'm picking my Cadet Guard shows. I hope it helps you. Feel free to comment below your favorite Cadet Guard shows or music that you found that has worked well for your program. Let's share the wealth. That's something else I just wanted to say real quick about Cadet Guard as I pull into my driveway. Sorry for the bounce. I feel like the cadet class, we need to support each other. We need to be there for each other. This is not a competitive class. I am not in this activity to go out and beat people. We're here to grow kids, to get them to fall in love with color guard. So I feel like we should use each other as resources and share as much as we can about what works and what doesn't work in our program so that we can help other programs grow too, because it only benefits the color guard activity as a whole. And I feel like over the past decade, Cadet Guard and middle school guard programs have been booming and blossoming, and we are seeing the benefits of that at the high school level, because high school groups nowadays are ridiculous. And I'm not just talking about Avon, I'm talking about definitely across Indiana and for sure nationwide. Like the growth of the middle school program has for sure helped out those middle school or those high school programs. So let's help each other. Let's share what we got. So again, if you have some cool ideas, post them below. And if you want to use the songs that I've used for Avon Cadet, go for it. You have my permission. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.